Well, hi everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Monday morning. It's about 7:11 now in the morning here, and we are seeing a pretty quiet start. There are some upper level clouds making their way through this morning. Winds not terribly strong this morning. In fact, the next couple of days the winds won't be too bad. Upper level clouds that might thin out a little bit later on today, so mostly sunny skies I think overall here in the Tri-Cities and across much of the area. Heading into Monday night, clear initially, but then more clouds coming in after midnight. It'll become partly cloudy for your Tuesday morning and into your day on Tuesday. The wind's still not too strong Tuesday, but then Tuesday night we start to see those winds on the increase, especially later in the night. They'll become more south and southwesterly, and they will start to pick up towards Wednesday morning. That's going to take us into what will end up being a windy day ahead of and behind a cold front that passes through. We'll talk more about that in just a little bit. But first off, speaking of those winds on Wednesday, a high wind watch already in place starting at 9 a.m., continuing till 9 p.m. on Wednesday evening there. And again, I think the strongest winds for many of us could come later in the day, late afternoon, early evening hours before they start to come down a bit. But we could be looking at wind gusts 55, 60, 65 miles per hour on Wednesday. That's enough to cause damage, power line damage, tree limb damage. Lots of people have Christmas decorations outside right now on the house and in the yard. If you have anything that's loose outside, tomorrow is a good day, or tomorrow would be a good day to bring that in before Wednesday, just in case, because that will blow around with the type of winds we're talking about. Check out our future wind gust product here, and this is starting on, and I'm going to back this up here, and I'm just going to take this through very slowly here, but this is starting Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. Already a little bit gusty out there, but they're going to get worse as the day goes on here. So here's noon right there. Already wind gusts 30, 40 miles per hour, even above 50 miles per hour in the southwest. And then look as we get towards the mid to late afternoon hours, we're talking wind gusts at times over 60 miles per hour. Let's take this into the early evening there, 6:15. Wind gusts of 55 to 65 miles per hour, very common during that time frame. So we're going to see some nasty winds out there, and then they'll slowly start to back down through the night and into Thursday morning. By Thursday morning at 7 or 6 a.m., they won't be quite as bad. Still pretty breezy, but not as bad out there. So it's going to be a very windy day on Wednesday. Plus, there's a chance of moisture as well. Kind of show you a couple of long-range forecast models here. We're looking at the GFS model, which shows there is going to be the cold front coming through, a chance of some moisture in the afternoon, rain, isolated thunderstorms, and then on the back side of that, we could see some snow on the backside of that, and and the winds will actually be worse on the backside of that cold front as it passes through. So again, kind of iffy on the rain and thunderstorm chances right now, but it is a possibility. On the backside, snow in the northwestern parts of the area. Then the good news is this is a fast-moving storm system, and it will lift to the northeast pretty quickly. But when it does snow, if you do see snow, especially off to the west or especially up north, wind-driven snow could be a big problem in those locations here. So I would say if you go to places like North Platte, maybe as far southeast as Broken Bow, O'Neill, if you're in those locations there, something to watch for. Now, not all models are on board with this, but again, this will then lift off to the northeast later Wednesday night into Thursday morning. That's the GFS forecast model. The European model is fairly similar. Again, let's take this through. And again, look at that. There's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You have rain, isolated thunderstorms on the front side. The front's coming through the Tri-Cities right there. And on the back side, the winds are getting really nasty. And again, where the snow falls, there could be blowing snow in the far northern and western parts of the area. That will then lift off to the northeast. But before it does so, I mean, you can see places maybe as far southeast as Ord. And again, Broken Bow maybe get on some of that snow. And then that will scoot off to the northeast later on Wednesday night to Thursday morning. Now, those two models, they're a little more aggressive with precipitation. The NAM, which is the North American forecast model, is not. It is still aggressive with the winds. As you see, the winds will be very strong there ahead of the front and behind it. And that low pressure scooting through northeastern Nebraska. Not as aggressive with the thunderstorm activity until you get over to Iowa and Missouri. But still does have some of that snow in the northwest. And then that will start to clear out again Wednesday night into Thursday morning. So a couple of things to watch for: rain, isolated thunder on the front side, the warm side, and of course the strong winds. And then on the back side of that, not only the winds, but of course maybe some snow to go in with it, which could cause some travel difficulties. So if you do have some late afternoon, evening travel plans in the north and west, that is something you may want to think about. Because there is a decent chance we'll probably deal with some snow in parts of the local 4 viewing area, mainly to the north and west, for the late Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening time frame. Now let's move on to temperatures. Let's go back to the temperatures just for today. First off, we have temperatures today that are going to be topping out in the 50s, maybe still some 40s in the northeast with that snowpack out there. Tomorrow or tonight, dropping back into the upper teens, 20s, lower 30s off to the southeast. Tomorrow, another mild one out there, 50s for most of us, perhaps pushing close to 60 in the southwest. Up to the northeast, upper 40s to near 50, depends on how much snow is still left on the ground. Tomorrow night, a slightly milder night out there ahead of this storm system that'll be approaching. Might even stay above 50 in the southeast part of the state. But most of our lows in the 30s and 40s. And then Wednesday, from about the Tri-Cities eastward, record high temperatures possible. In fact, pretty likely in eastern Nebraska. Grand Island and Hastings, the record high is 67 degrees. So it'll be close to record breaking. It depends on the timing of that front. Northwest, you're already starting to see that colder air. That colder air is going to come in Wednesday evening. Again, we're already cold enough that places like Ord and Broken Bow, O'Neill, North Platte, Ogallala, Thedford, Ainsworth have a chance of snow. So yes, 50s and 60s earlier in the day, but by the end of the afternoon, early evening, it's going to be much colder than that. So keep that in mind. Let's look at that 7-day forecast here real quick. Of course, like I said, Wednesday is the busiest day of our forecast. Quiet weather today and tomorrow with 50s, 60s on Wednesday, and then we're dropping back behind that cold front. So Thursday will be cooler. The wind should back off during the day Thursday. Mainly sunny skies, highs in the mid-40s. That's still above average for this time of the year. Friday morning looks quiet, but by the afternoon the winds will start to pick up behind another cold front that comes through. Dry cold front, not expecting moisture with it, but a few extra clouds around. And again, the winds will pick up out of the north on the backside of that front Friday afternoon and Friday evening. It gets colder on Saturday behind that front, so highs in the upper 30s on Saturday, lows in the teens Saturday morning. And that's actually pretty close to average for this time of the year. Then we'll start to warm back up on Sunday, back into the 40s with some breezy winds and mainly sunny skies. Looking at the long range high temperature trends here, we'll likely see those temperatures staying above or near or above average into next week. Again, we get the big soaring temperatures on Wednesday ahead of that cold front. We cool it back a bit for Thursday, Friday, chillier Saturday, right back up a little bit above average Sunday, back to near or below average on Monday, and then we're back a little bit above average Tuesday and Wednesday. And in fact, looking at the long range here is the 10-day long range outlook. So again, mild to start this week, really warm on Wednesday there. And then here comes the cooler air for the end of the week. The shot of colder air there on Saturday, warming back up a little bit Sunday, dropping again on Monday, and then look at the middle and end of next week, just before Christmas Eve, Christmas Day here. Christmas Eve is Friday, next Friday, so you're talking about the 23rd, the 23rd, which is next Thursday. We could see a surge of warm temperatures by the time we get towards the Christmas holiday, or just before it at least here. That's still a long ways out yet, and so kind of take it with a little bit of a grain of salt, because those long-range models do change a lot. But hey, we might see some mild weather just in time for Christmas. We'll see. But that's all I have for you. A lot to talk about here, but I have to go. So thank you for watching today, and I'll see y'all again on Tuesday morning. Take care, and God bless. Bye.